comfortable seat, settle in. Send your roots down as if you're channeling your own inner tree. Lengthen, elongate upwards. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and breathe. As you breathe here, could you hear that music that came on and went off? I'm not crazy, guys, for real. Can you guys hear that? No?
No.
Okay. All right. Never mind. All right. I thought I found a secret way to channel the music through the phone. As you sit tall, allow yourself to settle. I'm going to take a moment to settle myself and completely arrive in this space, right here, right now. Let the breath flow in. Let the breath flow out. Inhale. And exhale. Feel free to close the eyes if you like. Tune into the length of the spine and the gentle rhythm of the breath. When you're ready, lower the chin to the chest and roll the head over to one side. Pause when you get there. Nice and easy over to the other side. Pause when you arrive there. One more time, visiting each side. Take a couple breaths while you're there. Notice what you feel, especially in the side of the neck. Gradually make your way to the other side. Notice what you feel. And return to center. Slowly roll the head to upright. And then take the shoulders up and back, down and around. And just like that. As you release the shoulders, take the rib cage in circles. Take your time, move generously. Go the other way. Return to center. And now draw the navel in, round the spine, let the chin drop down. Then go the other way, lift the heart and melt the shoulders. Exhale, draw the navel in, round the spine. Inhale, lift the heart, melt the shoulders. Just like that. Let the breath flow in. And let the breath flow out. As you come to upright, stay there this time. Let's take the right hand down to your side, the left hand behind your head, and start by rooting down from your seat into whatever you are sitting on and lengthening the whole left side of the body all the way up through the left elbow. You might add, without losing your base, you might add a little more of a side lean. And if you want, extend the top arm up and over. Inhaling Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And stay on this side and add your own movement. Turning, tilting, rolling. Any amount that you like. Listen to your body, trust your intuition, and let it guide your movement here. There is no movement that's too small or too big. When you're ready, inhale as you come back to center and exhale, let the arms come down. Take a few shoulder rolls. And let's head to the other side. Left hand comes down, right hand behind the head. Root down into your seat and lengthen through the right side, all the way up through the elbow. Breathe while you're here. And when you're ready, keep your base and add a little more side lean, side bend. Reach the top arm up if you like. And breathe here, especially notice how this top side of the rib cage and waist feel. And now any kind of movement you like, turning, twisting, small or large. Make it your own. When you're ready, reach the top hand up and release, let it go. And back to shoulder rolls. Take your time, move generously. Now, if you like, bring the soles of your feet together with the knees out to the side. The leg position, the overall position is called Baddha Konasana or bound angle. Nothing is technically bound in this case. From here, lean back a little into your hands and lift your chest. So you're making a bit of a back bend. Think of giving your lungs room to expand. In this case, not only out to the sides, but kind of up into the upper chest, across the collarbones and the shoulders. The legs can be in some other way if this particular position doesn't suit you. Create a bit of back bend and a lot of room for the breath to fill the sides of the rib cage, the sides of the upper chest, the front of the upper chest, the collarbones and out to the shoulders. Walk your hands back, come to upright, and now let's go the other way. We'll lean a bit forward. At first, our forward lean is with a really long, fairly straight, like a neutral spine. You can keep the natural curves in your neck and your low back. But the overall way the spine is oriented is just a tilted version of how we are when we're sitting up straight. Take the first few breaths like that. A sense that the spine is lengthening up and out of the pelvis, like you're getting taller as you sit here. And now, any amount that feels right for you, soften the effort. So the shoulders may roll forward and the head might fold down. The spine is free to round. We're not trying to hold any part of the pose. The hands can be wherever they feel like they can support you a bit in this forward bend. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Take another couple of breaths right here. When you're ready, walk your hands back in. And then if the knees are folded out to the sides, or even if they're not, stretch your legs out and swing the feet in and out. Rotate the ankles and go the other way. And release that. And let's come on to our backs. When you lie down on your back, hug your knees and rock a little side to side. If you want a pillow underneath your head, feel free. Oh, there are two tiger swallowtail butterflies that are flying around each other today. Usually there's one. Today they brought a friend or a butterfly mate. All right. Hug the knees, rock gently side to side. And then touch the feet down. And from here, we'll start with a slow, gentle movement. Take the right arm overhead as you inhale. And then slowly back down as you exhale. We'll alternate. The other arm, take the whole inhale for the arm to reach overhead. And the whole exhale for the arm to come down. Now, if your shoulders are like, my arm does not like to go that way, you can go out to the side like snow angel way instead. The choice is yours. The next time the right arm goes overhead by whatever route it takes, roll the head away from it. As the arm comes back down, the head returns to center. Arm overhead, and turn the head away. And gently back to center. Just like that. Arm overhead. Gently arm down, back, head back to center. Just like that. And when the left arm comes down, pause for a moment. And this last variation will combine the arm movement, the head movement, plus the leg movement. So your same leg will extend. As your arm goes in one direction, your leg is stretching out long on the mat, all the way down, so the heel touches the mat. And then the head, of course, rolling away from the side that's stretching. Everything comes back to starting position on the exhale, and then the other side lengthens as the head rolls away. Exhale back to starting position. Inhale, lengthen, turn the head. Exhale back to starting position. Inhale, lengthen, turn the head. Just like that, continue at the rhythm of your breath. Lengthen one side, turning the head. Exhale to starting position. Inhale, lengthen the other side. And exhale back to starting position. Once more on each side, taking your own time with the movement. And as you come back to center, bring the right knee to the chest and take it in circles. You can use the hand to guide the movement or take the knee around on its own. The choice is yours. Now reverse. Once again, no movement is too small or too large. Touch the foot down, change legs. Take the knee in circles. Change direction. And touch the feet down. Let's, excuse me. Let's bring the hands behind the head. So it looks like we're getting ready for a sit-up. These are kind of slow, stretchy, hip flexor lengthening sit-ups. So hands behind the head. And we'll do, many of you have done this with me before. We'll do 3 different variations and 3 repetitions of each variation. And then we'll switch over to the other side, to the other leg. So we'll start with the right leg being the one that's stretched out long. And the left leg doesn't change. The left knee will stay bent with the foot flat. It's part of our anchor here. The first variation, I'll show all 3 and then we'll do the sets together. First variation, pull the navel down and we come up with the knee toward the nose. We slowly come back down. Really take the time, take more time than you think coming down. Like really slow it down. Helps us get stronger as we lengthen. And then the second variation is the knee to its own elbow. And then we lengthen out the leg. And the last version will be the knee comes in and we do a little twist. The other elbow gets its turn. All right, so right leg is stretched out long on the mat. Left foot is flat on your mat and the arms are in sit-up position, hands behind the head. Inhale here, and as you exhale, pull the belly button in and then bring the knee to the nose, curl up, and take your own sweet time as you stretch out. Then slowly navel to the spine, curling up, and slowly back down and stretch it out. Last one this way, knee to nose, curling up and hold and hold. Keep breathing, but hold the lift. And nice and slowly lower and stretch it out. Now the knee goes to its own elbow. Pull the belly button in. Knee finds the elbow as close as it can get and slowly back down. And again, pull the belly button in. Knee finds its own elbow. Curl up and slowly back down. Last time like this, knee to elbow, curling up, hold it, keep breathing, hold the position, and slowly back down. Last variation with the twist. Pull the belly button in, knee comes in, and then the left elbow comes to meet it. Unwind slowly, and it doesn't mean it has to actually touch it. Get as close as you can. Pull the navel in, curling up, then twist. And slowly back down. And last time. Exhale, curl up and twist. Hold it here. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing, and slowly lower down. Release the arms. Bend the knees. Take a moment to windshield wiper the legs. You might separate the feet a little further, a little wider apart. Let the neck relax. Let the arms relax. And now come to center. Bring the feet back in and we'll go to the other leg. Stretch the left leg all the way out on the mat. Hands behind the head. And as you exhale, pull the navel to the spine and bring the nose up, the knee and the nose toward each other. Slowly lower down, stretch the leg all the way out and touching the mat. Exhale, pull the navel in, curling up, pause. Slowly lower down. Exhale, draw the navel in, curling up. Pause. And slowly lower down, stretch it out. Now, knee to its own elbow. Exhale, draw the navel in, knee to elbow, pause, and slowly lower down, stretch it out. Exhale, knee to elbow, curl up, and slowly lower down. Last time. Exhale, curling up. Pause here. Keep breathing. Keep lifting. And slowly lower down. Last variation. Knee comes in, curling up, and twist. Slowly lower down. Stretch it out. Come in again, curl in and twist. Slowly lower down. And last time, curling in and twist. Pause. Slowly lower down. And once you're all the way down, let's take windshield wipers once again. Bend both knees, both feet flat on the mat, heel toe the feet wide, arms out wide, and the knees sweep side to side at any comfortable pace. Breathing gently while you're here, rolling across the back of the pelvis and the sacrum. And returning to center, walk the feet back in. Rock yourself over to one side. Pick a side, any side will do for us today. Keeping it low and gentle. So you might want blankets or your arm underneath your head, something to support your head so it's not like dropped off to the side. And both knees will be bent, and you'll stack your hips, one right on top of the other. As you stay here, actually, the hips will start out stacked, but we're going to do a little mobility first. So let the knee come up as high as it wants to and let the hip rock back. So in this case, we're just letting the movement be in the low back as well as in the hip, right? Because the pelvis is free to tilt. So we're getting that little twisty thing happening. Now, as the knee comes back down, for this round, keep the hips stacked. Similar movement, but when the hips are stacked, now to lift the top knee requires more strength. And you should feel this, especially after you do a few, you should start to feel that effort in the outer buttock muscles. You can add zipping up the belly. That is a nice addition, helps to stabilize the torso. And take a couple more rounds. And then let the leg relax. From here, reach your top arm forward. So now the legs stay in position. Bend the elbow, draw your bow and arrow, open up the arm behind you, and then gently come back. Just like that, take your time. Inhaling, opening, twisting. Exhale, coming back onto your side as you reach forward. And you can add, once you've done a few and you know what the comfort level is like today on this side, you decide if where you're exploring is just right, or if you want to kind of push the envelope a bit. If you want to reach a little further, it feels okay, start to reach the arm. As you come forward, reach the arm a little more, roll the chest toward the floor. And then Slowly come on back. And then as you come this way, then the chest opens to the sky and the twist. The arm goes as far back as it wants to. And do that a couple more times to whatever degree feels right in your body. Now, as you come back onto your side, we'll change things a little bit. If you're being protective of your low back today or your sacrum, you might keep the knees just as they are, with the knees stacked and the hips right about the same. Or, if you want, keep the top knee bent, but stretch the bottom leg out. Just a little variety, changing position for the legs. And we'll start to make circles with the top arm. Sweeping up overhead, opening out to the side, all the way around over the hip, and then back we go. And the same thing as you explore. See what edges you're bumping up against. If things are pretty comfortable, you might try reaching a little bit to draw a larger circle in the air around you. As you complete this circle, change direction. Reach as far and wide as you choose. Taking good care of especially the shoulder joint and the neck. See that they're pretty comfortable. And as you come onto your side, stay there, bring the arm in. So the top arm now is the elbows bent and kind of folded in. It's kind of folded in like a little wing resting there. And your hand is on your rib cage or waist, somewhere in that vicinity. From this position, let your top shoulder lead you, dropping back behind you, bringing you into a spinal twist. This is a nice way of getting into the twist to get the full participation of the thoracic spine, the mid and upper back. And then once you're there, that hand that's on your rib cage can stay there, or the arm can drop to the mat or reach out to the side or wherever it wants to be. If you want to adjust your head position for comfort, you can also do that. Breathe. Long spine. Deep breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Breathing in. Breathing out. Sense and tune into the way the rib cage moves as you breathe, the way the chest and shoulders move with the breath. Take a couple more generous breaths here. When you are ready, make your way over to your side and then flip over, turn around, change sides. However you get there, change sides. And as you come over to the other side, we'll start with the clamshells. First, the mobility version. So lie down on your side. Lie on your side with the knees and the hips sort of stacked. That's how we'll start. But then for the mobility version, remember the hip gets to tip back, the knee goes as high as it wants. And find a little, you might find like a bit of rhythm to the rocking. Completely fine. And notice the knee can go really high because the hip is dropping back to allow it. It's not just the range of motion in your hip joint, it's the pelvis rotating. So you're getting a bit of spinal twist. All right, now keep the hips and the knees where they are. The hips are stacked and they don't tip. I like to hold on to the pelvis on the top. It helps me to tune in to whether that area is moving unintentionally. It's not like we're trying to cheat. It really isn't. It's just our body bumps up against some edges and then it's like, oh, you want me to lift the knee? Here we go. It doesn't care, but we care. So as you lift and lower the top knee, if your knee, unless you have like really huge range of motion in your hips, the knee only goes, I don't know, 30, 45 degrees. If it's going to 90 degrees, I guarantee your hip is moving. And then listen also for, oh, am I feeling that effort in the kind of side buttock area? And it is. Gluteus medius is the glute that wraps to the side. Glute max is sort of the main part of the buttock, more to the back. But this one more to the side. We're going to do a couple more. And release. Now the legs get to rest as the arm moves into bow and arrow. Reach out in front of you and then gently draw your bow and open up behind you. And just like that, take your time. Start out with a very comfortable range of motion. And as you repeat the movement, start to bump up against some of those edges, and provided the neck and the shoulder are happy with the situation, you might start to reach out a bit more, right? Reach out a bit forward, rolling the chest toward the earth, and perhaps spinning the chest toward the sky a little extra as you come back. Oh, I forgot to mention, you can change the leg position if you want now. Bringing the top knee to the mat and stretching the bottom leg out. It's not mandatory. If you do it on the first side, then go ahead and do it on the second side. Now let's change the movement to circles. Circle around like your arm is a sweeping second hand on a giant clock dial, like on the face of Big Ben, all the way around. Let your chest move. The more that your chest is going to the side and then spinning to the sky, the more you're getting that beautiful spinal rotation, and the less you're asking of your shoulder joint. It can do a lot. It can move in so many ways, but we're not asking it to do all the movements. Go the other way. What we're actually wanting is for the arm to help usher us into and out of the spinal twist. And take a couple more, just like that. And then, as you come onto your side, this last variation, excuse me while I get all resituated here. This last variation, bring your top hand to rest on the rib cage, your waist, or some side of the waist, something like that. From this position, this top shoulder starts to fall back behind you. It's the shoulder itself and the weight of the arm that's bringing us into the twist now. And the top knee might lift up either off the mat or off the other leg. It's fine. Let the upper body find its happy space now. And then you can readjust the position of the top arm, keep it in close or open it out to the side. Lower the head if it wants less support. But most of all, breathe. Guide the breath into the body, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Take a couple more breaths, just like that. Gently come back over onto your side. You might bend both knees and use your hands to press the floor away. Then come over to hands and knees. Find your way to tabletop. Add padding under the knees if your knees want a little extra cushion there. And glide back. We're moving back toward child's pose and then gliding right back up again to tabletop. And we'll do this several times. Exhaling, draw the navel in, lengthen the back body. Inhaling, come forward to tabletop. Exhaling, the navel pulls you back into child's pose. Pause. Inhaling, glide forward to tabletop. Just like that as you move with the breath. As you come forward to tabletop, now circle the hips and the shoulders. Roll around. Let the spine move as much as it wants to. Change direction. Return to tabletop. Now press down with the right hand. Actually, bring your right hand a little bit closer to center. Doesn't have to be exactly in the middle, but a little closer to center. And then, like we're doing bow and arrow with the other arm, but then reach the arm up to the sky. And come back down, same hand. One hand presses down, the other arm reaches up as we twist. And back. 2 more times. Open up, twisting. And touch the hand down again, last time. Open up, twist, and release. Now move the other hand closer to the center. Same thing over here. You might lead with the elbow like we do in bow and arrow and then reach up and come on back. Bow and arrow, open up, and then come back. Bow and arrow, open, and come back. And one more time. And come back. Now, let the knees come apart a bit. Glide the hips back. Find your child's pose. And choose a position that is comfortable. We've just been on the hands and wrists for a bit. So unweight the hands completely. You might turn the palms up if that feels nice. You might take a moment and roll the wrists, rotate the wrists a little while you're here. Now stay in child's pose, but come up a little bit and walk the hands over to one side. So you get a side stretch in child's pose. Breathe while you're here. And feel the side that's stretching, and you might lengthen that arm a little bit more. Reach that hip a little bit back. Take 2 more breaths here. Walk the hands over to the other side. And what's it like on this side? Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And take a couple more breaths on this side. And now walk back to center. And ease your way up. Find your hands and knees position again. And draw one knee into the chest. Pick a knee, any knee, and make a circle out to the side and around. Pull the knee into the chest, out to the side and around. One more time. Circle around. And then pull the knee into the chest. Hold it there and go 3 times in the other direction. Circle around. Circle around. And last time. Touch the shins down. Lean back for a moment. Coming off the hands, drop back into child's pose. Breathe here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Ease back to hands and knees. And then same thing here on the other leg. Draw the knee into the chest and circle around. Draw the knee in, circle around. One more time, circle around. Then the other way, circle around. Continue that way, circle around. And last time, circle around. Release, knees wide, hips back. Last child's pose. If you want to come up onto fingertips, if you want to wriggle a little, lean the hips to one side and then to the other side while you're in child's pose. Or if you prefer, stay in a quieter, more still version. The choice is yours. Let your own intuition lead you. Now, slowly walk the hands up and we'll swing the legs around. Now, this one of the last poses we'll do before we settle into our relaxation position is a hip stretch. Now, I'm going to show a version that is a seated and a forward bending version just because we'll be lying on our backs for a good long while. However, if you prefer to do the lying down on your back, kind of thread the needle version, right? The legs are crossed over like that, and you lie down, by all means, feel free to do that. There's no prohibition There's no even recommendation against it. I just wanted to show a little variety for you. So if you want to explore a different version or two, option one is to do it seated. Start with the knees bent. Actually, start with the left leg stretched out. Cross your right ankle over the leg. So this part already is starting to look like what we are familiar with when we do the reclining hips, figure four hip stretches. And here's your number 4, right? Bend the bottom knee. And in this case, instead of holding on to the leg, the way that we control the intensity is how much are you sitting up straight and how close are the legs and the chest. And the closer they are and the straighter you're sitting, the more intensity, generally speaking. And then the last version I'll show, and you can switch to this with me, or you can stay in one of the other two that we've talked about, right? It helps to have a bolster or a couple of blankets for this version of pigeon pose. So I'm going to cross this top leg over. I'm going to get right up on top of the bolster and drape my body over it and then fold down. And as I fold down, I'm like, oh, there's the hip stretch. So lots of different ways. Notice though, in all of these, that top leg or the leg that's closest to your chest is in kind of the same position, right? The knee goes out to the side, the shin is kind of perpendicular to the torso. And in all cases, whatever version you are in, remember to breathe. Follow the rhythm of the breath. Notice what it feels like. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Take a few more breaths right where you are in the hip stretch. Let the neck and the shoulders and the jaw relax. You might stretch out the exhale. And when you're ready, slowly and gently unwind yourself. And you might take a moment to move that leg around, move around within the hip joint, and change sides. Whatever you did on side 1, do the same variation on side 2. Take a moment to get yourself into position, whatever that position is. Settle in and see. You know, if you chose a new variation that you're exploring and it felt okay on one side, but it's not so much working on the other side, you go ahead and change it. It is your body. Taking care of yourself is the highest priority. But if all is going well, then of course, do the same thing on the second side. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Follow the rhythm of the breath. Notice the sensation and lightly check in and following the sensation. We're not honed in on it with a laser focus. We remain lovingly aware. Okay, that feels kind of stretchy there. That feels interesting. And as you breathe, notice if the intensity changes. You feel it more on the inhale, the exhale. Does the sensation stay steady, or does it rise and fall? Is there anything else that you notice? Sensations elsewhere in the body? And the way the breath moves in the body? Rising and falling. Take a few more breaths here. And then slowly, gently ease your way out of the hip stretch and move the knee around. Just a little loving lubrication for the hip joint. All right. Come onto your back and take a final twist of your choosing. As you lie down, one leg, both legs, crossed legs, not crossed legs, any way you like. Come into a reclining spinal twist and take maybe 6 deep breaths. Deep breath here. And as you're ready, change sides. Breathing in, breathing out. Gentle breath. Now, when you're ready, return to center, hug the knees, rock side to side. Easy in the neck and the jaw. All right, now I'm gonna try popping out my earbuds while you get comfortable in your final resting position. this will work, just in case you're new to the relaxation practice, is you'll arrange your body as comfortably as possible. Use any bolsters. I brought a bolster today, so I'll show you this leg's over bolstered. But you arrange yourself. There's no secret way to be. Just be comfortable. Or other than be comfortable. It's not like minimizing comfort. And the other piece is if you fall asleep, it's completely okay. You will still get full benefit from this practice. Whether you catch each word, drift in and out, or have an unexpected nap at some point in the process. So do not worry if you're listening to me talk about one, like the right foot, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, how do we get to the left shoulder? I don't even remember anything in between. Completely fine. Trust that you'll get exactly what you need from the practice. But get yourself comfortable and give me just a moment to cue up a little music, and we'll see how this works for us. Just a moment. As you're getting settled in, notice if there's more weight on one side of the body than the other. Oh, there we go. And Fawn, can you hear music now? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear music, or a thumbs down if there is no music coming through at all. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. How about now? All right. So never mind. That was a nice attempt. Go ahead and lie down. As you bring the awareness Can you hear me better now? I'm going to put these back in. Okay. Bring the attention. Can you hear me better now? Bring the attention to the right arm. Not wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get this. To your right leg. Be aware of the right leg. And stretch out the right leg from the hip to the toes. Squeeze the right leg and be aware of all the muscles. Inhale, raise the leg. Exhale, lower the leg. Roll it gently from side to side and allow it to relax. Bring the awareness now to the left leg and all the muscles from the hip to the toes. Squeeze every muscle in the left leg. Inhale, raise the leg. Exhale, lower the leg. Rock it gently from side to side and allow it to relax. Bring the awareness to the right arm. Stretch out the right arm and splay the fingers. Now make the hand into a fist. Squeeze the right hand and arm and be aware of all the muscles from the fingers to the shoulder. Inhale, raise the arm. Exhale. Can you hear me? Okay. When I go back here, can you still hear me? Hang on, I cannot hear you. Hang on just a second. All right. So Fawn, pop up again if you cannot hear me. Oh, okay. So you can. All right. Okay, stay right there. Lie down. And let's come back to the other arm. Got a second arm to sort ourselves out with. Bring the awareness to the left arm. Stretch out the arm and splay the fingers. Then make the hand into a fist. Inhale, raise the arm. Exhale, lower the arm. Rock it gently from side to side and allow the arm to relax. Bring the awareness to the gluteal muscles. Inhale and squeeze the glutes, squeeze the buns. Exhale, allow the buttocks to be relaxed as you feel the support beneath them. Bring the awareness to the abdomen. Inhale, expand the abdominal muscles. Exhale, relax. Allow the abdomen to feel relaxed and easy. Bring the awareness to the chest and lungs. Inhale as the chest and lungs expand. Exhale, allow the chest, lungs, and heart to relax. Observe how the breath is becoming smooth and gentle. Bring the awareness to the shoulders. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up toward the ears. Exhale, let them go. Bring the awareness now to the shoulder blades. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together on your back. Exhale, relax and release the shoulders. Let the breath flow gently in and out. Observe the neck. Slowly and gently roll the head to one side and then to the other side. And allow the head to find its natural center. Bringing the chin slightly down toward the chest. Relax. Bring the awareness to the facial muscles. Open the mouth, raise the eyebrows, stretch the jaw, stick out the tongue, and then scrunch up the face toward the tip of your nose and let it go. Swallow and relax the throat, the jaw, the cheeks. Relax the eyes, the eyebrows, and the forehead. You might imagine a loving hand on your forehead, smoothing away any worry, soothing any tension. Observe the physical body settling into relaxation. Throughout the next section, you'll hear an instruction based around the breath. Remember, take it at your own pace. There is never any need to match the pace that I go at. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath down the legs to the feet. Allow the feet to relax. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the ankles. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the calves and shins. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the knees. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the thighs and hips. Allow it to replace any tension or discomfort. Allow the breath to return to normal. Observe the feet and legs as they become heavy with relaxation. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath down the arms to the fingers. Allow all the muscles, nerves, and bones to relax. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the hands. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the forearms. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the elbows. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the upper arms and shoulders, allowing it to replace any tension or discomfort. Allow the breath to return to normal. Observe the hands and arms as they become heavy with relaxation. Notice the limbs. They may feel weighted and still. When the limbs feel still and heavy, it encourages the rest of the body to settle into deep relaxation. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the buttocks. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the pelvis and the pelvic organs. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the abdomen. And allow all of the abdominal organs to relax, releasing blocked energy from all the pelvic and abdominal organs. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to the chest, lungs, and heart. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to the throat. Allow the breath to return to normal. Observe the front of the body as it becomes soft with relaxation. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to the lower back and spine, along each bone, muscle, and nerve. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to the mid-back and spine. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath spiraling to the upper back and spine, between the shoulder blades and behind the heart. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to the shoulders, neck, and the base of the head. Allow the breath to return to normal. Observe the back as it comes closer to the floor in relaxation. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to the jaw, allowing it to replace any tension or discomfort. Relax. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to the cheeks and nose. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to the eyes, the eyelids, and the space behind the eyes. Allow the eyes to soften and relax. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to the forehead and temples. Relax. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to the sides of the head, up and around the ears. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to relax the scalp. Allow the breath to return to normal. And allow the entire face to soften and relax. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, send the breath to the mind, allowing all the movement of the thoughts in the mind to relax. Observe the body. Notice if there's any part of the body that may not feel completely relaxed. Return to that part. Inhale. And as you exhale, encourage it to relax. Notice how the body has become anchored in relaxation. Observe the weightedness of the legs, arms, back, and head, knowing you are able to move if necessary, but at the same time, not wanting to. Give yourself permission to let go into deep relaxation. Observe the breath once again. Notice how still it becomes as the body relaxes. Observe the breath without controlling it. as it comes and goes without any strain. You can hardly feel the chest moving. Guide this gentle breath to remove any subtle tension, thoughts, feelings, or memories in the feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, thighs, hips. Relax. Guide this gentle breath to remove any subtle tension, thoughts, feelings, or memory in the fingers, hands, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms. Letting go of what you are holding with the hands and arms, send the gentle breath to the shoulders and let go of your burdens. Relax. Guide this gentle breath to the buttocks and pelvis, to the abdomen, to the chest and lungs, and to the heart, releasing old pain and hurt. Guide this breath to the throat, releasing any unsaid words. Relax. Send the gentle breath to the base of the spine and allow the breath to spiral up through the middle spine to the upper spine, releasing deep-seated heartache from behind the heart. Relax the shoulders and allow the neck to be open as a tender passageway between heart and mind. Gently relax the jaw, cheeks, and nose. The eyes soften and draw into the inner sight. Relax the eyelids, forehead, and the ears as they draw inward to the inner sounds. Relax the entire scalp and bathe the brain with relaxation. Observe any last bit of tension leaving the body through the top of the head. Relax. Allow the subtle breath to touch the mind and feel all the subtle thoughts. Relax. Guide the awareness to the gentle breath as it enters and leaves the body. As it enters, feel it bringing oxygen and healing energy. As it leaves, feel yourself letting go of thoughts, feelings, tensions. And you may notice that there's a place deep within you of stillness, peace, joy, or whatever name you would like to give it. This is your own place of ultimate relaxation, a deep wellspring of healing energy. I'll be silent for a moment as you restore, relax, and recharge in your very own place of deep healing. Slowly and gently, bring the awareness back to the breath. Begin to increase the inhalation and visualize energy entering with breath and awakening the body. And as you inhale, imagine this energy coming in through the top of your head. Inhale and guide the energy down the spine. Inhale to revitalize the internal organs. Inhale to surround the heart with healing energy. Inhale, fill the lungs and feel the throat open. Inhale, feel the energy move down the arms to the fingers. Inhale and allow the energy to move down the legs to the toes. Observe the body as it tingles with vital healing energy. Keeping the eyes closed, begin to move the fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, arms, and legs. Slowly and gently roll the head from side to side. Stretch the body out, inhaling, lengthening, observing the relaxation in body and mind, even as we re-emerge into our awakened state. As you're ready, draw one knee, then both knees into the chest. Rock gently over to one side. Use your hands to press the floor away. Coming to a seated position. And as you find your way once again to upright, bring your hands right over the heart center, feeling the way the breath moves your hands, and offering yourself a wish of loving kindness. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe and resilient. And thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you guys, especially for your patience today.